was creative. I love to do crafts, and in college I studied psychology, but I was so into social media, so I was just like doing that on the side hustle, and I had a severe stroke in college. I was 22, and I lost my right hand, and I lost my speech for a year, so it was really, really hard, but I kept my promise, and I was gonna advocate for the children and the stroke survivor group. So I did speech therapy for 3 years, and in the pandemic I was just like, well, I have the tools to study graphic design, and I always wanted to study graphic design. So every day I would take classes and just edit in Photoshop, Illustrator, and in September I was gonna do the mini mart with my Etsy artwork that I was so pumped, but it got rained out, but it's here, so that's cool. And in September also I had this idea I always wanted to do a book, and writing a book is very hard, so I was like, well, what's the easy way to do a book? And I was on YouTube always, and YouTube showed me coloring books. I was like, oh, this is cool. So I kept to myself, and I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, let's make a coloring book for disabled students or whatever. So, and I was like, well, I love affirmations. My mom always told me to just repeat affirmations when you're sad and happy, and I always send my best friends like affirmations in the morning, just a positive note. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna incorporate that to my book. And I didn't know to illustrate the kids in the book. That's not my forte, but I did a Google search, and I found this disability artist illustrator. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna email her and think about doing a half and half. And she was so kind that she called me back, and she was like, I love your idea, I love your project, let's do it. You can have my designs for free and have fun. So that started my 6-month journey to do it all in Canva, and I was really excited. In February, I did a photo shoot, and I published my first coloring book, and I actually did a News 12 interview with my coloring book. So yeah, that's the gist of this coloring book, my arts and creative, and yeah, that's what I did.